All right, well, I mean, the mainstream media does this all the time. They cherry pick one line, they remove all the context, and then they create a narrative around that one cherry picked comment to make it appear to the people the way they want it to appear. In this case, I think it's especially egregious because Taylor's other testimony, meaning the actual words that surrounded that comment, show us a very different story.
Right, and look, his testimony, as you mentioned, flows from Sondland and Volker's testimony. Volker pretty much said that there was no quid pro quo that he knew of. Moreover, you have the texts when Sondland was talking to Taylor, saying he wanted to be crystal clear, no quid pro quo. It's almost as if that text doesn't exist anymore. Moreover, in his testimony, Bill Taylor said that Ukraine didn't even know that they were withholding money at the time of the phone call. We have to remember, Donald Trump made that phone call to congratulate Zelensky on his recent victory. It wasn't to call him up to say, hey, look, can you manufacture dirt on my political opponent, as the media has kind of, created this narrative around. It was really him asking a favor to look into the 2016 elections, which we just had a 2-year investigation into whether Russia meddled in our elections, and him saying, hey, look, I heard about Biden, and there might be some to some degree looking into corruption there. And that's what everyone was flipping out about. That's what the initial quid pro quo was. Then the media, and the Democrats shifted narratives on where the quid pro quo was, confusing it, on purpose with, the quid pro quo of having them look into the 2016 election, which is totally proper, and there's no smoking gun that it was the improper, or what they're calling improper, quid pro quo to look into the Biden investigation in any of the testimony or anywhere else.
Right. So I think you hit on an important point here, that the original allegations from the whistleblower were related to the phone call between President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky. Well, we saw the transcript. We know there's no quid pro quo in that transcript. And so, as the Democrats always do, they shifted the goalposts. And now they're saying, well, the transcript doesn't tell the full story, but these other Trump administration officials can tell us the full story. So that's why Adam Schiff is holding these hearings, these secret hearings in Congress. He's delaying the release of the transcripts until he can leak these cherry-picked pieces of information. And the mainstream media picks up on those cherry-picked pieces of information and creates their own narrative. The question is, even these individuals in the Trump administration who say, I presumed there was a quid pro quo, it was an understanding that I had that there was a quid pro quo, the question that needs to be asked is, what is the proof that there was a quid pro quo? Not just your own understanding, presumption, or assumption. From whom? And from where did it come? And the thing is, none of these guys have an answer to that except their own fabrication of it or their own presumption of it.